Hello, and welcome to Harvest Girls International All Girls Matter Self-Esteem Academy. My name is Nichelle Miller, lead facilitator, and I am so glad to be with you today, whether it's morning, evening, afternoon. I know that we're doing things a little differently. This is our first virtual class, and we are so grateful to have you here with us today. The library wasn't available, but that's not going to stop us because we are girl bosses. We are all about leadership. We are strong women, and we're going to make it happen no matter what. So that's what we're doing today. What we're going to do is go through some topics about leadership and about self-leadership. We're going to be pretty brief. We're not going to do a 2-hour class. It's going to be about 7 to 10 minutes. And there should have been an email that was attached, an attachment to your email that has some information that I'm going to be sharing today. So I'm just going to be talking to you about self-leadership. And this is nothing new, ladies. We've talked about this before and what being a leader means. And we start out thinking about being a leader from being we think when we're little, and you're a line leader and you get to be in charge of the whole line. And what a responsibility that is, because wherever you go, the line goes, right? And then we grow up a little more and we go into different roles. We go into things like student council or cheer captain or basketball captain. So we're leading in different facilities or different manners, but we're still leading. And so what does it take to be a good leader? It's not just bossing somebody around. It's not just telling somebody what to do, but it's thinking about what's good for the team as a whole and what's good for you. So we're just going to talk about a few quick things. I did send you a handout, so I'm going to refer to that a little bit as we go through this. And then if you'd like, you can send your information back to me via email, and there might be a prize for you, okay? So look out for that. So a few things as a leader. We want to be proactive. So when we're leaders, we want to think about things that could happen or things that we should be on the lookout for. So as a leader, when we are planning for these programs with you young ladies, we have to be prepared for anything. So like this time, the library was not available to us. And rather than saying, no, we're not going to have a class, we were proactive in saying, let's try something different. Let's find another way. And we're doing this virtual class with you. So a leader is proactive. They're always looking out for their team. They're always thinking about what if scenarios and how they can make some things better. So when you're in that leadership mode, you're being proactive. You're always beginning with the end in mind. So we've talked before about goals. So if your goal is to, let's say, bake a cake. So at the end of the day, we want to have a cake. So that's our end. So then how are we going to get there? As a leader, we have to figure out what steps we're going to take. So I want you to think about that a little bit. We want to have a cake when we're done. What do we need to do? Well, we probably need some cake mix or some flour, some eggs, some milk, some ingredients, right? And we're going to need an oven. And then we're going to need to decide who's going to help with what if we're working in a team setting. So we always want to begin with the end in mind. Then we want to put first things first. So if we're trying to make a cake, we don't need to be over here worrying about making hot chocolate, because that's not what we're trying to do. So when we put first things first as a leader, we are really focusing on our goal. So what are we trying to get done? Put that first. Once that's done, then we can work on other things. You probably hear your parents sometimes say, get your homework done, then you can go play, or eat your dinner, then you can have dessert. So you have to put the first things first, the important things, then you can have the other parts. So as a leader, we're putting first things first. We always want to think win-win when we're leaders. So we don't want to do things that would cause pain or cause hurt for anyone else. So even when, I'm going to use a sports analogy. I know a lot of you play sports or have watched sports or cheer for sports. We want to win, of course. That's why we're there. We're playing. We're trying to get better at our game. But we don't want to win in a way that hurts the other team. So we wouldn't want anyone on the other team to get hurt, or we wouldn't want to be nasty to the other team, those types of things. So we want to win, but we also want the other team to feel good about having played us, or the other person that we're interacting with, to feel good about having spent time with us. So we always want to think win-win in a leadership situation, because sometimes as a leader, you have to have conversations or you have to have time with people that's not always nice. Sometimes there's people that we don't get along with, and we have to think, okay, how can I still get what I need, but still make that person feel good at the end of the day too. So that's that win-win mentality. We want to seek first to understand and then be understood. So that is, and I know I'm going so quickly, and I can't wait till we get back in class because we're going to really dig into this. But this is, we really want to understand the other person involved in anything that we're doing, and then have them understand us. So you may have heard the term walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Maybe someone's having a bad day and they're being really mean to you, and they're usually not mean to you. And so maybe if you take the time to ask them, hey, what's wrong? What's going on? Then you can find out, hey, they're having a bad day. Maybe they got a bad grade, or maybe their dog is sick. And so then you, as their friend or as their leader, can help them work through that, okay? So that's enough kind of some leadership tips and things, but we're gonna get into the meat of what I sent over to you. So I want you to take a peek at this sheet that I sent you, and you should have this. Hopefully you were able to print it out. It is a list of words, and it says, what's great about me? What makes me a leader? And there are so many words on here, ladies, that describe you. And I want you to really sit and put some time into this and think about what makes you a leader. What makes you great? What makes you unique? And there's things on here such as friendly, creative, active, outgoing, proud, energizing, imaginative, hardworking, friendly, on and on and on and on. So I really want you to take time, and I want you to circle every single word that describes you. And if there's a word on here that you don't know what it means, ask an adult. If that adult is not available to help you, you email me and you ask me, okay? And I will help you work through that word, because I want you to really realize how amazing you are and how many amazing leadership qualities you have. A lot of times you're leading and you don't even realize it. You're just doing it because it's natural to you. It just flows out of you. And that's what this program is about, is just making you the natural, amazing young lady that you are. So after you've done that, I want you to think about, are there any words on here or any words that should have been on here to describe how great you are that were not on here, and what should they be? Okay, if there are any that are missing on the first page, go ahead and write those in. There's a space for you to write those in, okay? And then, do all of these words seem like good leadership qualities? Why or why not? You can write that in as well. And then I want you to really think and dig in and give me an example of a time where you employed or where you used your leadership skills, okay? So I want you to think about a situation. I want you to think about the action you took, and I want you to give me the result. I'm going to give you an example, okay? So situation, the library was closed. We couldn't have class, right? So the action that we took as Harvest Girls and as facilitators for you ladies was to say, hey, let's go virtual. Let's record a program so that we can still have class, we can still reach everyone, and we can still get the word out. The result, we'll see. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. Hopefully you'll be excited to see us. Hopefully we'll be able to do this again, because we don't want to miss lessons with you. We do want to get the word out, and hopefully you'll enjoy this time with me. Again, once you've completed your sheets, if you will, go ahead and email your answers back to me, both sheets, because there could be a prize in it for you, okay? Wink, wink, prizes. Make sure your name, email, mom or dad's name is on here as well, and your address, so that we can get things over to you, okay? I hope you are having a wonderful, amazing day. I hope that you are encompassing the power to dream, and you are just going out there and doing everything that you can to be the best you every day. No matter what the situation is, the only thing that you can control is you and I hope that you are keeping everything positive. I am including our affirmation on the worksheet. I hope that you say it. Please, please, please say it. And I want you to say it loud. I want you to say it so loud I can hear you. If you say it, message me and tell me you said it, okay? I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you soon.